I've played almost all the Borne games, or FromSoft games. And I've been neglecting my channel, so I thought I should make a short about them, even though that's not really what I do. So first off, Dark Souls 1. This game is an actual masterpiece. I've played it recently. I've already done 2 whole playthroughs, including my first, and I went into it blind. And I've always been scared because of how slow it is and its older graphics, but this honestly is perfect. I The slower paced gameplay isn't that bad. You just need to get used to it. The bosses are all extremely fun to fight except for Bed of Chaos, and the world design is beautiful even though it has 2000, I think, 9 graphics. Um, it's just an amazing game. And then Artorias is my favorite boss, and then I would say Gwyn. But this game, I sat through it in basically 2 days straight, and I just beat it because I was so glued into it. Dark Souls 2, it's above average. It's an amazing game. It's just not good enough to be a masterpiece. It I got I've played all of these except for 2 and Armored Core, and this game was making me frustrated when all the others haven't as much or couldn't, like especially the Throne Watcher and Defender. Those two actually sent me, and it made me actually reconsider just changing how I played to finish it. And I don't think that makes it a masterpiece. It's still an amazing game with beautiful graphics, and some of the bosses were really, really fun, but it's just not a masterpiece. Dark Souls 3. This was my first Dark Souls game. Not Souls game, but the Dark Souls series. I also think it's a masterpiece. I've heard some people say it's not a good sequel, but I like the faster paced combat. I think both Dark Souls 1 and 3, their combat is just so amazing, even though one is slower and the other is faster. And the bosses, most of my favorite bosses are from this. You got Nameless King, you got Slave King Gale, you got Pontiff Sullivan, you got Sola Cinder. All those really awesome, cool fights that were difficult but rewarding are in this game, and I love it. And then I haven't played these two, the PlayStation exclusives. This I will play soon. But next up is Sekiro, which is also a masterpiece. It is The combat is so smooth and perfected. It's not your classic Souls game, and you shouldn't expect it to be. It is a story game with the difficulty of the Souls games. It's different combat. You parry and you deflect, and you're in the middle of the battle 24/7, whereas you're more evasive in these two, or these three. And it makes it funner. I'm a strength build supremacist. Every game I have only went through strength builds, and I still had tons of fun playing the Dex locked Sekiro. And Elden Ring, it's up in masterpiece, but it does have its downsides. It is an amazing game with a beautiful world, and it's basically perfected what these three made. And its only downside is it's reliant on teleporting, and also the map. The map is beautiful and you look at it, but when you are running through it, you kind of get bored because, once you've seen the same scenery 20 times, you're just running through a giant open land on the stupid horse. And you basically just fast travel everywhere anyways. And that's a really big downside. And also, even though it has the opportunity to be the most replayable out of all of these, I'm getting the most bored out of this when I like make a new run. I have the most dead runs on Elden Ring than I have on all of these. Cuz like I've played every single run I've made on these so far to completion. But except Elden Ring, I have like 7 save files just sitting collecting dust except for my SL1. I got I have like 1,000 hours on this because this is my most played one, and that might be the reason. But I feel like I could definitely sink more into this one than I could Elden Ring. And I'm just gonna fix this up a little bit. There we go. This is my ranking: Dark Souls 1, Sekiro 3, Elden Ring, and Dark Souls 2. Okay. Thank you.
Decided to change the tier list up a little bit. Here's the final thing: Dark Souls 1 and Sekiro in Masterpiece, Elden Ring in 3 in Above Average, and 2 in Mediocre. Compared to like how the Souls title should be living up to. Okay, bye.